You guys outscored Logan has a proposed. You guys outscored Morehead State 46-28 in the paint. Tell me about the way you guys play on offense. Just how hard you guys go underneath the basketball.
I mean, really, it's just about getting the ball in the paint and finishing strong. We preached that all week. We knew they were just going to wall up in there and play one-on-one defense. So, taking it to the paint hard and finishing through the wall-ups was really like the main thing.
And Mark Goldstein, WAB, you both really didn't have maybe the three-pointers falling, at least early. What was the message, especially at halftime, to really emerge offensively?
We just knew to just keep pushing whenever we could, just be opportunistic, like Coach was saying, all week in transition and stuff. And obviously the threes weren't falling early, but one thing he always says is just keep shooting with confidence, and we all kept believing in each other and just kept moving the ball well, and that's how we was able to get easier looks in the second half.
Lindsey Crawford, WAB. What worked well for you guys as a team that you hope to take into next week when you play Marshall?
I mean, we really been focusing a lot on like defense. The defense was kind of killing us early. So playing together as one unit. In the last 5 minutes, it kind of got a little out of hand. Like Morehead was scoring, we were kind of going back and forth. But the first half, we put together a good defensive effort, and then the second half as well for the first 15 minutes. So really just sticking with that and then trusting in one another and getting out in transition.
This was your highest scoring performance as a team so far this year. What do you guys think you excelled in particularly well today, and how can you carry that on to the next game tomorrow?
Pretty much like I just said before, the previous question I answered, we all just kept moving the ball. Like, we all know that we have a lot of weapons on this team, and we know how dangerous we all can be as long as we just continue to keep playing as one unit. And I feel like we showed that today, even when things weren't going our way. I feel like we kept playing team basketball, and that's how we were able to get over the hump. And so I feel like if we just continue that for the rest of the season, we're going to be a really hard team to beat, whether we're home or on the road. So we just got to continue that same mindset going into this next game.
Jackson, congrats on your career high points as a Bobcat. Just tell me about how your role on this team has grown since the start of the season.
Yeah, I was just coming into a new group. A lot of these guys been here before, so just trying to fit in and find my ways and picking and choosing when to be aggressive and kind of when to find the other guys. Like I said, transition a big part for us. So pushing the ball in transition and then finding guys like Elmore, Jose, Shelly, Clayton in transition shooting threes and stuff. But just really taking what the defense is giving me and watching a lot of film on. Sometimes I'm passing up looks, but sometimes I'm over dribbling and getting too deep in the paint. So just really sticking to what the coach is telling me and my teammates are telling me, and just keep doing that.
And you guys were really able to, especially on defense, really keep them out of the paint, as you guys said. And they did have a little bit more size than you. Was there something that you guys really emphasized in practice, playing the physicality and defending that battle as well?
In some of our other games, we struggle with gap presence, and that's been one thing we've been talking about a lot in film. And obviously Morehead was a more downhill team, more aggressive, trying to get downhill. But we just all knew to just be on the same string and be on the same page on defense. And we knew we had to be more physical. We couldn't let them out physical us for 40 minutes. So I'll say we all just was on the same page on defense, and we executed the game plan the right way.
Anything else?
Just one more from me. You guys have taken 3 of the last 4. How much has it helped to start to build that momentum as you get closer to conference play?
It's really big, man. Winning in college basketball is hard, but when you do win, you got to celebrate those wins. So just focusing on the next game, not looking too far ahead, watching film, figuring out what we need to get better at. But, the winning streak obviously boosts everybody's confidence, and we didn't start out the way we wanted to, but we just got to keep adjusting. It's a marathon, not a sprint, so just keep getting better, man, and just focus on one game at a time.
I want to say congrats to Tim Albin, his staff, and the football team. What a dominant performance. I got to watch most of it. And, they just kept getting better every single game. And, I texted them a couple of days ago, there's nothing better than beating your rival in the championship game for the trophy. And to do it in that type of fashion just, kind of shows you the job that he and his staff have done. I know there's going to be a big party in Athens tonight, and out in the plains. So congrats to those guys. Great team win for our team. We had a week off. and worked on us the first couple of days, and then prep for Morehead State. The team that we played, is not kind of indicative of their record. They've gotten better. I thought Coach Maddox did a great job. Every single game. They lost a tough one to Marshall the other night, who we play next Saturday. And give our guys credit. I thought we got off to a great start. Both halves extended the lead there, and did a great job on Kenny White. He's a really good player. Their leading scorer. Got him in foul trouble, and then did a good job on him.
Coach, you guys improved to 3-0 at home on the win. I know it's kind of been sparing home matches for you, but just tell me about what it means to play in front of this crowd.
Yeah, awesome. I think for everything that was going on today, no band. Appreciate everybody coming out who came out. The cheerleaders. I know there's a group of guys behind. Our black seats over there, they're phenomenal. But it's always good to play home. I think we've had a couple of good days of preparation. We shot the ball really well in practice, didn't translate to the game. But we did a good job of getting post touches, paint touches tonight. And I think that was a big difference.
Can you talk a little bit about Pav and how he really took over the game, especially in the second half? And then also without Sharif, what his role as facilitator and really moving the ball well.
Yeah, Jackson, it's probably the healthiest he's been. I think the first couple of weeks of the season he was banged up. Wasn't himself. We knew for us, he does a great job of getting in the paint, and he had not been finishing, like he has the first 2 years of his college career, early. And tonight he missed a couple early, but he stayed with it. Did a great job getting in there, finishing. 23 of his points, probably, 18 of those were probably layups. And, just kudos to him.
Lindsey Crawford with WAB. What are you hoping the boys will take away from this game so that they can keep the momentum going against Marshall next week?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just, don't get tired of preparing to win. Our defense and rebounding the last probably week and a half, 2 weeks have been, where we need them. We gave up too many points tonight, 76. But, it's 2 games in a row we've out-rebounded somebody, which was kind of our Achilles heel early. So just, keep getting better. We got finals this week. We don't have our court, so we got to go to Hockin College on Thursday, and then we got to leave early for Marshall on Friday. But, we got to lock in on it academically, and, we'll start prepping for them on Thursday.
You mentioned it earlier, but, you jump out to great starts in both the halves. What do you think sparked that, and, why do you think your guys responded so well to the locker room both times? Yeah,
I think, it was more, player-led. Those guys were talking about it. And A.J. Clayton, said before we came out, hey, make them call timeout. And anytime you can do that early in that second half, I think, it builds momentum, kind of sets the tone for the whole second half. So I'll give our guys credit. It's kind of player-led, just the urgency of, every single possession.
You guys outscored Morehead by almost 20 points today in the paint. How much of that starts defensively by getting on the floor, creating turnovers, and getting out of transition?
Yeah, normally we do a great job. I think there's a stat out there. We're like top 30 in the country of turning, turnovers into points. And, we really preach transition on makes, misses, turnovers. DNA-wise, offensively, we preach post touches, paint touches, and ball reversals. We chart those every practice, every game. So it kind of starts with that mentality. And anytime you can get a turnover and lead to an easy bucket, because I think they're a really good half-court defensive team. So we try to come in, try to push the pace. They want a lower possession, lower scoring game, and I thought we were able to do that.
And then defensively on Kenny White Jr., I know you alluded to it a little bit in the beginning, but I want to say he was 2 for 7 shooting, only 5 points or so. So was there one thing that you were really keying in on doing against him, one sort of tactic? I know that he scored 30-something the other day, but
yeah, he's a load. He's a really good player. We kind of game plan for him. He's a tough inside-out matchup, and him getting those 2 fouls early, I think kind of negated. I'm not sure how many minutes he sat, but he sat a long time in the first half. And then, second half, we were like, hey, we got to pay attention to him. He's going to catch rib drives. He's going to post us up. And I think the 5 points he got were later in the second half. So, give our guys a lot of credit for, having awareness on him.
Morehead State was a very physical team. What did you tell your boys to do to try and combat that?
Yeah, coming in, like I said, I thought they were a really good half-court defensive team. And we wanted to get a transition points. And we didn't get as many as I I would have liked in the first half. Second half, I thought we did a better job of taking advantage of that. And throwing the ball into the post. I thought we fouled them a little bit too much. They averaged like 15.5 made free throws a game. We wanted to try to get more than they did from the foul line, but it was definitely a physical game.